Namaste, myself Dr. Priyalakshmi, Assistant Professor, Department of Kriya Sharira, Yenepoya Ayurveda Medical College and Hospital. Today I am here to discuss on the topic Role of Prakriti in Career Guidance. The specific learning objectives of the topic are understand the concept of Prakriti, identify different types of Prakriti, recognize the characteristic features of each Prakriti, the role of personality and performance in career, explore the role of Prakriti in career guidance, analyze the career opportunities based on Prakriti. The contents of the presentation are the following. Then, coming to the introduction, we know that no two individuals are exactly similar, not even the twins. So each may differ in their behavior and they react uniquely to the stimuli. And Ayurveda emphasizes the individual uniqueness, and this individual uniqueness is known as the Prakriti or the constitution. So altogether we can say the physical, physiological and psychological traits expressed in an individual is referred to as Prakriti. Then why Prakriti is important? Prakriti or the constitution, it maintains the health and understands the disease and its management. Only a healthy person can attain the Purushartha Chatushtaya, that means the four goals of life. They are the Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha. Dharma means righteousness and Artha means the wealth. Kama means the pleasure or the satisfaction, and Moksha is the liberation or the ultimate liberation. Then knowing one's Prakriti helps maintain health through a suitable lifestyle, diet and regimen for different environments. Then going in detail with concept of Prakriti, we can say Prakriti is an individual's constant genetic constitution. According to Rasa Vaisheshika, he is saying that Prakriti is Janma Maranandara Kala Bhavani. That means it is present in the time of birth and up to the death of the person, and it will not change. So we can say that it is a constant genetic constitution. When Prakriti is determined based on the following: the physical features, which includes the shade of the skin, hair, muscularity, body frame, etc. The psychological features including the preferences of the person, choices, mental abilities, memory, behavioral patterns, etc. The physiological features like the eating frequency, bowel movements, intensity of hunger, depth and quality of sleep, heat and cold, intolerance. So basically in Ayurveda, the Prakriti is determined by the dosha. Dosha means the reciprocal mechanism or the fundamental mechanism that is Vata, Pitta and Kapha. There are 7 types of Prakriti, that is Vadaja, Pittaja, Kaphaja, and the combination of Vada Pittaja, Kapha Pittaja, Vada Kaphaja and Sannipadaja. And Sannipadaja means the combination of 3, that is Vada, Pitta and Kapha. Then we are going with the physical traits of each doshaja Prakriti. So, in considering the body frame, Vadaja Prakriti is very thin and Pittaja Prakriti is medium and Kapha are hefty or the heavy. Then coming into the fingernails, we can see they in cracking and thin in Vadaja Prakriti, they are pink and soft in Pitta and white and thick in case of Kaphaja Prakriti. Hair is considered to be thin and dry in Vadaja Prakriti, but it is silky, curly and dense in Kaphaja Prakriti, and grey and baldness are more commonly in Pittaja Prakriti. The Vadaja Prakriti, the weight is very low and bony, and in Pittaja Prakriti they are medium and muscular and often overweight in Kaphaja Prakriti. The bowel is small, hard and with gas in case of Vadaja Prakriti, and the movements are less. They are frequently constipated in Vadaja Prakriti. In Pittaja Prakriti, they are loose and having with burning sensation, and it is moderate and solid in case of Kaphaja Prakriti. The forehead size is small in case of Vadaja Prakriti, while it is large in Kaphaja Prakriti and medium in Pittaja Prakriti. The appetite is irregular in Vadaja Prakriti, strong and sharp in Pittaja Prakriti, and constant and poor in Kaphaja Prakriti. The eyes are small and unsteady in Vadaja Prakriti, reddish in Pittaja, and they are wide with large white part, that is the sclera is larger in case of Kaphaja Prakriti. Lips are thin and cracking in Vadaja Prakriti, medium and soft in Pittaja, and large and smooth in Kaphaja Prakriti. The skin is dry in case of Vadaja Prakriti, but it is oily and smooth in case of Kaphaja Prakriti, and it is cherished and having wrinkles in case of Pittaja Prakriti. The voice is stammering and weak in case of Vadaja Prakriti. In Pittaja Prakriti it is commanding and sharp, and in Kaphaja it is soft, sweet and resonating. So these are the overall features, that is the physical appearance of each Prakriti, that is Vadaja, Pittaja and Kaphaja. So based upon these physical features we can identify the Prakriti of the person. Coming into mental traits of Doshaja Prakriti, the temperament is more nervous in case of or fearful in Vadaja Prakriti, irritable in Pittaja Prakriti, and they are too impatient. And easygoing is seen in case of Kaphaja Prakriti. The speech is quick or talkative in Vadaja Prakriti. It is moderate or in case of in features having argumentation in case of Pittaja Prakriti, and it is slow and silent in Kaphaja Prakriti. The sleep pattern is less and disturbed in Vadaja Prakriti, and it is moderate in Pittaja Prakriti, and in Kapha it is sleepy and lazy. The habit of Vadaja Prakriti is they have the hobbies of traveling, and in case of Pittaja they are having the sports, they are interested in sports and politics. In case of Kapha they are enjoying water and flowers. Then in memory, in case of Vadaja Prakriti they quickly grasp them, but they soon forget. In case of Pittaja Prakriti they are sharp and clear. Kaphaja Prakriti, they are slow to learn, but they never forget what they have learned once. Their beliefs are radical and changing in Vadaja Prakriti. Then Pittaja Prakriti is having the leadership qualities and they are goal oriented. In Kaphaja Prakriti, they are loyal and constant. The dreams which are seen by Vadaja Prakriti include flying in the sky, and they are more anxious also. And in case of Pittaja Prakriti, they are seeing the dreams of fighting, fire, colorful dreams are seen in case of Pittaja Prakriti, and in case of Kaphaja, they are the sleep duration is more, that means they are nidralu, that means the duration of sleep is more, but the dream are considered to be less in case of Kaphaja Prakriti, that is they are few and they are constantly seeing the water bodies, and they are too romantic in case of Kaphaja Prakriti. The emotions are enthusiastic in case of Vadaja Prakriti, but they are full of worries. Warm and angry can be seen in Pittaja Prakriti, calm and attached in Kaphaja Prakriti. The mind is quick and adaptable in Vadaja Prakriti. In Pittaja Prakriti, they are penetrative and critical. They are slow and lethargic in case of Kaphaja Prakriti. So based upon these mental and physical traits, we can identify the Prakriti of the person. So the Prakriti can be assessed by using questionnaires or apps, or different ways are available to find out or to trace the Prakriti of the person. Then coming to personality and performance. These two are very important for determining the career of a person. So the personality and performance shapes the behavior of the person. They have major influence on the performance. They define the strength and weakness of the person, and it affects the motivation and resilience. They are linked to the success and efficiency, and both of these are crucial in all professions. Though coming in detail with the personality. So what is my personality? It is the inner strength of the individual. It defines the work style and adaptability of the person. It influences the communication and teamwork. It shapes the leadership and decision making. So personality builds resilience and stress management. Personality aligns the passion with the profession. Then determinants of the personality. So what are the factors which determines the personality? So we start with heredity. Heredity means what we are inherited from our ancestors or from our parents. For example, the body type or the hair type, the weight, height, etc. They can be obtained from, they can be inherited from the previous generation. So heredity plays an important role in developing the personality of the individual. The environment will depends upon the culture, traditions, etc. can be depending on the environment. So environment also plays an important role in the personality. Then coming to family, the socio-economic status of the family, or the family size, or the birth order of the child, all depends upon the personality, or all these plays a role in the personality of that individual. Situational. Situations can also determine or dependent on personality. For example, A person who is very weak and coward can perform heroically to save the life of the dear ones. So, situation can also change the personality of an individual, or situation can also play an important role in the personality of the individual. The social economical factors, or the social society, how they behave, how the society is there, that also plays an important role in determining the personality of the individual. The social features or the social circumstances also determines the personality of the individual. Then we go with the performance. How the person perform. That performance is also essential for developing a good career. So what is performance? That is the measurable impact. So performance reflects the skills, knowledge and efficiency. It determines the growth and career advancement. It increases job security and opportunities. And its performance drives motivation and continuous learning. And it leads to recognition and success. So the factors influencing the performance are ability, the motivation which the person give or the person gets from the society. It also depends upon, it also affects the performance of the individual. The effort and equity which the person is giving on is also depending upon the performance, or also plays an important role in the performance of the individual. Then task and role perception. So performance can also be dependent by the task of the individual and the role they perceive on the performance. And environmental factors also plays an important role in the performance of the individual. Then moving on, how personality traits impact performance. So we can say the following are the personality traits. They are conscientiousness, extraversion, agreeableness, openness to experience, proactive personality, emotional intelligence, leadership skills. These are some of the personality traits, and these have impact on the performance of the individual. So conscientiousness means the person who have the ability or the tendency to do the things in a more better way. So they are having the features there may be, or that performance of that individuals may be organized, responsible and goal driven. Extraversion. So extraversion is the tendency of showing gratification of what we get from outside to self. So the persons who are having these features may be social, energetic and team oriented. The next, agreeableness. What do you mean by agreeableness? They are giving importance to their importance to others' efforts, or they are giving priorities before their own. They are giving importance to others' interests before their own. That is agreeableness. And the performance of this individual will be cooperative, supportive and harmonious. And these three is included in the big 5 character features. Then openness to experience. So that means the person or the individual will have the tendency to experience or to find out the new things. So the performance will be more creative, curious and adaptable. Then proactive personality. The persons who are proactive, they may take the initiation, or they may initiation in each activity. They are initiative taking and they are problem solving. Emotional intelligence. That means understanding and managing the emotions can be done by the persons who are having that traits of emotional intelligence. Then leadership skills. That is inspiring. The persons who are having these skills may be inspiring, decision making, and they help in guiding the others in the performing. That we have already discussed about the physical and mental traits of Prakriti, and how these physical and mental traits of Prakriti or they are related with the performance and the profession, or the personality and the performance. So both these have the key factor in the performance. Both the physical and mental traits of Prakriti have played a key factor in the performance. They are giving a highest weightage among the factors, and it defines personality jointly. And these factors, or these personal and the physical, that is these physical and mental traits, affects response to the challenges, and it shapes the work efficiency of the individual. And both these will help in the decision making of the individual. So altogether we can say that the concept of Prakriti have an association with the concept of personality, or there is a correlation between Prakriti and personality. So coming to the career choosing in the older times, so it is clearly explained in Manu Smriti. So what is Manu Smriti? It is a book written by Manu, and it is describing about the code and conducts of the olden age. So in that book there is a caste classification. That means 4 classes are the Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudras. So based upon the caste they can prefer the professions. So for example, Brahmanas, they will be based upon the caste system. That is, Brahmanas, they are mostly teachers, priests, gurus and scholars. Kshatriyas, they are mostly warriors. They are involved in the administrative field. Kings and rulers are coming in this. Then next class is the Vaishyas. Most of them choose the profession to be traders, merchants and etc. The last class, that is Shudra, they are the service providers. So most of the skilled laborers, artisans, manual work, all will be coming under Shudras. This is the earliest classification of the caste, and based upon this caste the persons are choosing their profession. But now it is not like that. There is a transition over the career. So the modern shift, we can explain that education has played an important role over the caste, and now the people are choosing their profession on the merit based, and the people have the freedom to choose their career, and equal opportunities are given for each individual in choosing the career of the person. Then we can say that Prakriti of individual plays an important role in determining the career of the person. So Prakriti helps in the career guidance. So are you confused about your career? So if you know the Prakriti of the individual, we can find out the career. So we will help you. So we can find out the abhiruchi, or the doctrine of interest, or the area of interest or hobbies in different Prakriti. So based upon that interest, we can choose the career of the person. In case of Vadija Prakriti, in Ashtanga Sangraha, it is saying that Priya, Gandharva, Itihasa, Hasa, Vilasa, Kalaha, Mriga, Udyana Yatraha, Snigdha, Ushna, Madhura, Amla, Lavana, Annapana, Kamsha, Vishascha, Baudhi. That means they are fond of traveling. That is Gandharva. The Gandharva persons have the habit of traveling or wandering in different places. Then Itihasa, those who are interested in the history. Hasa Vilasa, they are the more humorous persons. Kalaha, they are interested in the fighting, so they can choose in the fighting, that is the boxing or something. Then Mrika, they are interested in hunting. Udyana, that means they are interested in making the gardeners, or Udyana, gardens. So, and Yatra, they are fond of Yatra. Along with this interest, they are also liking of the unctuous, hot, sweet, sour and salty tasted food and drinks. So altogether we can say the Kafaja or Vadaja Prakriti persons are having more creativity, they are having quick thinking, they are fonder of traveling, and they are more enthusiastic. So when we are saying the career guidance of Vadaja Prakriti, we can say they are interested in the marketing, dancing, or the careers which can be chosen by Vadaja Prakriti involves marketing, dancing, sports, gardening, cook, comedian, and also they can do for the martial arts. So going in detail, marketing. Why marketing can be done by Vadaja Prakriti? We already discussed they are too interactive or too enthusiastic, so they can choose that profession. And in marketing, they can be opt for the career as a salesman, shopkeeper, content creator, graphic designer, public relations specialist, etc. In case of dancing, they can go for either as dancers or as the choreographers. In sports, they can choose the profession as either athletics or coach or trainers or martial arts, including the karate, kung fu, taekwondo, etc. They can prefer these as their profession. And then In case of, we already discussed Vadaja Prakriti, they have tolerance to the hot environment. So welding works can be preferable as a profession in case of Vadaja Prakriti, and they are interested in making the gardens. So gardening can also be taken as a profession. So in case of Vadaja Prakriti. Then cook. So we have discussed they are very creative and they are very enthusiastic. So we can choose the professional cook also in case of Vadaja Prakriti. So these are the career opportunity according to Prakriti in case of Vadaja Prakriti. Then we will move with the Pittaja Prakriti. So they are liking for Swadu, Tikta, Kashaya, Shida, Abhilasha, Ubhashayascha Bhavati, or they are that means they are interested in case of, or they are fond of, or they are interested in sweet, bitter and astringent taste, and they are also tolerance to the heat. Tolerance to heat, that means they are liking of cold environment, and they are also fond of garlands and wearing the scents, that means perfumes. And also in case of Pittaja Prakriti, we can see that they are very argumentative, they are very sharp and clear, they are having leadership qualities, goal oriented, adventurous, determination, etc. can be seen in case of Pittaja Prakriti persons. So the career which can be chosen by Pittaja Prakriti persons includes business, they are the dominant speakers, politicians, they can choose that career, armed force, adventurous field they can opt, advocate, modeling. So these are some of the profession that can be chosen by those persons who are involved in or those who are having the Pittaja Prakriti. So coming to business, so they can go as the sales, they can go for the sales, they have good talkative and they are good argumentative, so they can be in the auditor, they can work as the sole traders, they can be manufacturers, they can be the partnership business. In case of business, they can start any coffee shop, restaurants, etc. Also they can be choose. So these in business they are very prominent, or they can excel in case of Pittaja Prakriti. Coming to dominant speakers, so they can influence others. So politicians, reporters, motivational speakers. So these are coming under dominant speakers. Then armed force, since they have goal-oriented leadership qualities or quick in make decision, they can choose the options in armed forces. They can be chosen army, navy, air force, etc. Then adventurous field, so since they are very active in all fields, they can choose the profession or the career as paragliders, river rafting experts, as wildlife photographers, sailors. Why? Because they are preferring the adventures. Then since they have the capacity, or since they have the capability of argumentation, they can choose the profession of lawyer also. Then modeling, since they are fond of the new trends in fashion and they are liking for the garlands or liking for that things, they can choose the profession to be modeling also. Then coming to Kafaja Prakriti, they are fond of Anulebana. That means Kashaya, Kadu, Ushna, Ruksham, Alpam cha Nidraru, and they are also fond of sleeping in case of Kafaja Prakriti. So the Kafaja Prakriti are easygoing, loyal, calm and attached. They are slow and lethargic too in case of Kafaja Prakriti. So the career guidance for Kafaja Prakriti includes art, music, teaching, research and accounts. So in case of why they are preferable, these fields are more preferable for them. In case of arts, we have already discussed they are very calm, very patient, and they are giving their time for the things. So they can opt the careers as painter, writer, movie director, news editor, animator, interior designer and art sculptor too. Then as music field, as they can perform or they can choose the fields like musicians, singer, composer and sound designer also. In teaching field, we know that teachers are those which are having the patience, or they are very calm, and sometimes it depends, they became the short term mood but based upon the students. So mainly this teaching field is more appropriate for the calm and patient ones. Then in case of research is that finding out the new things. So the professions which can be used chosen in case of Kafaja Prakriti as software developer, scientist, research analyst. Then in case of accounts, the persons can choose the profession. Accounts can also be chosen by Kafaja Prakriti. The different choices are as account officer, chartered accountant, share marketing executive, and stock brokers, etc. So a study was previously done, and it was find out the relationship between the Prakriti and performance of the professionals in organization by Poonam Arjun Pandit in Gujarat Technological University. And the study sample was about 330, and the geographical coverage of the study includes Valsad and nearby. And the type of professionals are engineering, human resources, accounts, research and development, and the quality. And among these 330 individuals, it was found that about 290 were having the Brahmins of Kapha Prakriti. That means they are either Kapha Pitta or Kapha Vada. So the Prakriti is usually assessed by the Prakriti questionnaire, and later it was found that they are having the Brahmins of Kapha Prakriti. And the result of the study was the persons involved or interested in the engineering profession mainly by Kapha Prakriti or Kapha Prakriti, that is having a frequency of 115, followed by Vada and followed by Pitta. Those who are in the human resources or marketing have a preference of 32 or the frequency of 32 or in Kapha Prakriti, followed by Pitta and by Pitta Prakriti, and in least by Vada Prakriti. In accounts and finance also, it is most of them are in Kapha Prakriti and followed by Vada Prakriti and least in Pitta Prakriti. And research and development also, we can see that Kafaja Prakriti individuals are more, followed by Vajra Prakriti and least in case of Pittaja Prakriti. Quality also, Kafaja Prakriti individuals are 44 and the frequency of 44, followed by Vadaja Prakriti and least in Pittaja Prakriti. So we can say that this study also helps in our findings, or this substantiates our findings that Prakriti plays an important role in determining the career of the person. So altogether we can say the summary of the presentation is the Prakriti and personality, both which determines the innate traits and tendencies. The career alignment, which helps to choose the careers suited for the natural strength. So we have seen that Vadaja Prakriti persons are very creative, dynamic, excels in innovation and communication. So they can choose according to their career according to these qualities. Pittaja Prakriti persons are found to be leadership driven, thrives in decision making roles, etc. And they can also choose the Prakriti or choose the profession based upon the Prakriti. Kafaja Prakriti, they are very stable, patient, best for nurturing and structured jobs. So these individuals can choose the career according to their Prakriti. So this will provide the enhanced job satisfaction and work-life balance. And in today's era, they have seen there is different problems or have been seen in maintaining the work-life balances, and this may leads to depression and suicides, etc. So knowing one's own Prakriti, then we can choose our career based upon that Prakriti will help us. So this helps in, so Prakriti plays an important role in choosing our career. So that's the references of the presentation. Thank you and have a nice day.